With so much content whizzing around out there, there's only one storytelling platform that helps you keep calm and stay informed and inspired: Flipboard. Flipboard curates the world's stories so you can be smarter in your work, life, and play. Choose from thousands of topics to personalize Flipboard and get the latest stories from the best publishers and experts delivered to you 24/7. When you see stories you want to save or share, tap the plus button to add them to private or public collections. It's that simple. Used by millions of people every day, Flipboard is how people move themselves and the world forward. Get started now at flipboard.com. It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The e-commerce minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's e-commerce minute episode 353.
In today's episode, P&G Intros new e-commerce only Tide box.
Consumer products good giant Procter & Gamble is launching a new Tide liquid detergent in a container about the size of a small shoebox, and it's designed for e-commerce only. The new Tide packaging is called the eCommerce and sells for $19.99, the same price as their traditional 96-ounce plastic jug. The redesigned package of the detergent contains 30% less water and weighs 4 pounds less than the unconcentrated 96 load jug and uses 60% less plastic. The design is environmentally friendly since it sends less packaging to landfills, and because it's 33% lighter, it consumes less fuel to ship. The smaller size also appeals to urban consumers living in tighter spaces. Specifically designed to be shipped and stacked efficiently, the new product eliminates almost all the extra wrapping and padding materials that is ultimately wasted. The eCommerce is the first major P&G product designed with that regard to how it will appeal to consumers in any traditional store. P&G states that the new detergent formula and packaging made specifically for digital sales is the first of its kind. The eCommerce will only be available online through digital retailers like Amazon, Walmart, Kroger, and Target. Quote, if everyone who buys the 96-load plastic bottle of Tide switched to the Tide eCommerce, we could save enough plastic to cover 5,000 football fields each year, unquote, said Isaac Helm, P&G's brand manager for e-commerce. eCommerce.
And now you put all that stuff into your decanter and drink it as wine.
So what Bart is referring to is the major burn on Twitter once this packaging was unveiled and how much it looked like a boxed wine.
Yes, good old American boxed wine.
Good American boxed wine. I hear it pairs well with your Tide Pods.
Well, amazing idea, first of all. Kind of. Well, I guess they're trying to switch from the ginormous bottles that kind of work the same way into cardboard and I guess I don't know what's inside of it, but it must be cardboard type of thing, right?
So I have two feelings about this. One, I applaud the move. It's obviously for cost savings, but then it makes me wonder, well, why haven't they done this earlier? And I think the answer to that question is when you buy that big jug of detergent and you pay $20 for it, you feel that heft and you feel you're getting a value for it.
Yeah.
And what they've admitted is most of it is water. All they're doing now is selling you the same detergent in a more concentrated form in an environmentally friendly box. And the reason they're only doing it online is because this thing gets shipped and doesn't sit on a shelf. So it's all perception.
Yeah, it's definitely perception. I just think that, this is an amazing movie for them, right? Because it's just cardboard and whatever they have internally. Hopefully that all gets recycled and they don't have to worry about it. Whereas big plastic bottle, gets recycled, but how much? Who knows?
Yeah, and all the costs that go into it. And plus, just trucking that giant bottle of detergent times the whole pallet times the whole truck. And then you compare it with what it costs to ship this box of wine type detergent. You'll see an immediate, it's obvious. It's obvious how much money they're going to save. Or they'll just fill the truck with more boxes of boxed wine detergent.
Right. I just wonder what the movie is, because from what I've seen lately, people are trying to produce eco-friendly pods, dishwasher or for things. And I wonder what the Tide Pods have that, people are like, well, they're not really that eco-friendly.
Yeah, I can't really speak to the eco-friendliness of the Tide Pods. I think that is merely a convenience thing, which they disguise as this cost savings. But I think, and I haven't done the comparison, but if you compare what you would pay for $20 worth of Tide liquid detergent versus $20 worth of Tide Pods, you'd get less washes out of the Tide Pods. That's just how consumer packaged goods work.
Yeah, I just one of podcasts I listened somewhere along the way, I just don't remember which one. Apparently the rumor is the Tide Pods were made specifically for Amazon.
Oh, really? I hadn't
in the
heard
beginning
that.
because they didn't want to sell, like, Amazon is very particular how they sell this stuff. So
Sure.
they don't go by category. They literally go product by product. So it was hard for P&G to put up, the big humongous bottles. So they just went, all right, well, let's put them in little tiny pods.
That's interesting. I'm going to have to investigate that. That's actually a pretty interesting story.
It's just a rumor. I'm not saying this is true.
We don't know how true it is, and we know how Amazon is very secretive.
Yes.
So it's interesting. If you look at this box, it still has the Tide branding, and my feeling is if you put this in a Sam's Club or something like that, you'd still get a lot of people that would buy it, because there are people out there, and I think the tide is changing. See what I did there? The tide is changing as people don't want to have this extraneous packaging. I think people, whether the perception is real or imagined, that recycling and all those kinds of efforts help the environment.
Right.
It remains to be seen exactly how much it actually helps, but I think the feeling inside of you mentally is like, oh, well, if I buy a smaller pack, something that is quote unquote environmentally friendly, I'm doing good. And I think there is a certain segment of the public that is growing that would prefer, if you gave them a preference, would buy eco-friendly packaging. So I would be curious to see if they kind of just did an experiment in bricks and mortar and see if they could roll this out, into regular stores. On the other side of the coin, consumers are actually a little skittish when retailers start tweaking their packages. They think that something is going on with the brand or something inside of it, especially, it's like turning a big ship. You don't suddenly say, I'm going to make the Tide logo green. That's just something that you just don't do. You do these things incrementally, and you test and you test and you test.
Yep.
But, like I said, people are really looking for environmentally friendly packaging. And if the retailer and the manufacturer can save money, I think they're going to experiment a lot more. And one great example I stumbled upon was this British company, I guess it's pronounced Garçon Wines. Bart, do you see on the notes here? The wine bottles are flat. They're flat wine bottles. I know.
I saw that. That was kind of like...
But when you think about it, it makes total sense from a storage standpoint, and it actually looks pretty cool because it's actually a cool looking bottle. We'll have a picture of that on our website, ecommerceminute.co, with full show notes. Bart, do you have anything to close with?
No, that's all I got.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe, or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion, or just want to say hi, find us on social media @SumoHeavy.